Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So last episode, we went and built up this nice long bridge here, connecting our island that we have been on for quite a while now, over to the second island in our little island archipelago out here. And today, I want to get started on a couple things. Primarily though, I want to get to the Nether. So we pretty much did our entire first island without any connection to the Nether, and I think it's about time we start getting to work on actually getting there. But first, we need a little space over here to actually rest, because I don't necessarily want to be going across our bridge every time we need to sleep, and this island isn't lit up at all. So what I think we're going to do is, I've got a bunch of wool here. I think we're going to make a small little tent somewhere over here. Probably, actually, let's just go over to the forest area and we'll just make a small little campsite over here. So we'll just do something small. We don't really need a huge tent out here. So let's do maybe it's 3x3 inside. Let's do 4x4 inside. And we'll just make our little house slash base inside here. So we'll middle here, we'll put in a fence post. So there we go. Go ahead and put our bed down there, little crafting table, little furnace, and I think there's an Enderman. Great. Anyway, I think that this should be pretty good. And we'll have to definitely go ahead and light up more of the area. We'll get a lantern or something to go and put inside our tent here to light it up. I do have a few torches here just in case. Should probably put our stonecutter down in here too, just because we use that a lot. But go and just have a nice little campsite over here. I'll get a little campfire going outside here, put some logs around it, and that would be very nice. See, we also have some sheep over here. Half of our sheep over at our farmhouse have just gone missing. So I have to probably capture some of them. But I love this. It's just a small little area for us to base ourselves out of while we're working on this island. And I absolutely love that. But the main thing that we have today is we have our Nether portal. So I resisted putting it over there because there really wasn't a good spot for it. But I think somewhere over here on the Stony Shores area will be very nice to do that. So we'll go ahead and just dig out a small little space here so we can put it flush with the ground. And I think we'll do it going this way. Doesn't really matter which direction it goes, but I think that this will work a little bit better in terms of trying to lay out the area. So we'll still have to plan out our pathways. Actually, go ahead. Blue wool is our pathway wool. So we'll go ahead and do something like this and kind of just mark this out through here. We'll have to figure out what path we're going to do. We could just do the same path that we did before. I don't know. It's a new island. We could do something completely new. But for now, we have a rough little path here, at least getting some of this area in. And you know what? I completely forgot to grab a flint and steel for this. All right, so while I was over at our main house, I went and grabbed a campfire and some chests to put in our little tent over here. And we grabbed out our flint and steel. So go ahead and light this. I have no idea where this is going to put us out. I haven't checked out the Nether. I don't even know if it will. Okay, good. It does not put us in our Nether hub, but looks like we have a bastion there. I don't know if we've raided that bastion yet or not, because we have done a decent amount of Nether exploring, and I don't know exactly where we are in relation to our Nether hub. So we'll have to go and find that out. I am going to kind of avoid going over there for the time being, but that gets us our quartz here. We'll fortune that up when we're not in the middle of the Nether. And should be able to find some bits of soul sand. The other thing that we need, looks like we get some hoglins there. I'm going to get a few bits of crimson nylium so that I can get some crimson stuff here. And really all we really need now is our soul sand. Now, the main thing is that we need the quartz. We're going to need so many observers to fix up our machines and everything else. But I do want to do a bit of work out here. So I do want to kind of make our portal a little bit more secure, especially since we do have gas over here. There's one right there even. So we'll have to do something to gas-proof our portal. And I'd rather not have to relight the portal any more than I have to. And I definitely don't want to get set on fire while walking out of it. So let's try and angle this one so he's not shooting at our portal and get him out of the way. There we go. And that dropped a music disc. Tears. Okay, apparently we've got new music discs since I've been in the Nether. Again, we'll have to definitely gas-proof our Nether portal here. Given that we spawned on top of this kind of large pillar here, maybe we'll figure out something to kind of build this up. Maybe we can do some portal manipulation to kind of put it inside this little area here. That could be good. That could be good. Just move it a few blocks down and go from there. But I do want to go and explore what we have over here. We do have that bastion to check out. I suspect it's probably one that we've raided before, but who knows? I have to go in to see what we've got. So I'm going to go and do a little bit of exploring. Maybe we can find something other than crimson wood. I would like to find a warped forest because I really like the warped wood and see what we've got. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring and then I'll be right back. Well, I think I know where we are. So we ended up exploring for a little bit. We found our Wither Skelly farm that semi-works. I actually don't think it currently works because it's currently focused on a different thing. But we do have blazes here, so I guess this works. I had absolutely no idea where this was. So apparently we found our fortress that we started at. So I can see a few blazes. I can see our Wither Skelly up there. Don't know if we're really going to use this. I'd like to just more find newer structures because then we actually have some loot. We could actually get some new stuff. But you know what? We can get a little bit of stuff here at the very least. So we should be able to hopefully at least get a blaze or not. It's going to be really tough trying to get one with that Wither Skelly there. So we'll see what we can do. I tried to stay a little bit farther away and it's already shooting us. And there we go. Yep, kind of knew that was going to happen. All right, I went 2 steps in the other direction and immediately found a work forest. So clearly I should have just gone this way the entire time. So we'll be able to go and grab our warped stuff as well. That'll help keep some of our hoglins and stuff away from our area. And I think that'll be good. I also just really, really like warped wood. So we'll have to go and chop some of this as well. Looking forward to actually having shroom lights. So we'll have to go ahead and make sure we have an area set aside to go and gather more of this stuff. But that's pretty much everything that we really needed. I just still want to explore around a little bit, see what we can get. And see what else we have around here, because, again, maybe we'll have a nether fortress or bastion that we haven't raided yet. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so, after our quick little trip there, we got a few things. So we got some nether quartz, which we're definitely going to need. We can now actually automate some of our farms. We got some shroom lights. I think I've got a few spots down in our basement that I want to put these in. Got some glowstone so we can finally actually properly finish the lighthouse. I got some twisting and weeping vines, which we do have a spot for those down in our house. And we found these dried ghasts. So we ended up finding these out in the Soul Sand Valley. Not sure what they do. I'm guessing since they're dried, probably have something that we can do with them. I don't know. They do look kind of cool. I don't know what we'll do. They definitely seem a little odd. I've never seen them before. So maybe they're dried. So let's try putting one in water. Maybe that'll do something. Oh, that's doing something. All right, we're going to hold on to the other one for right now. Hopefully this doesn't go and attack us. But, oh no, we got a good amount of stuff from our little expedition. And I'm quite happy with that. But beyond that, I do want to go ahead and do a little bit of decorating around our nether portal. So again, we have that crimson forest, and the piglins are fine. I'm probably actually going to capture some of them and make a little trading hall. But the hoglins I'd rather not deal with. So what I'm thinking is that we have this area here. So this is a nice big space here with this nice big block. Granted, we have this section over here where it kind of goes in a little bit. What I'm thinking is, let's move our nether portal down into this structure here. We can kind of turn it into a little base area. Don't know how big I want to make it, but we can at least turn this section here into something we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this out and basically kind of turn this into a hollow hill. And then I'll be right back. All right, so we've gone and dug out pretty much the entire area. I think there's still another few layers we can go up from here, but I think that this is a large enough area for what we're going to need down here. Got this area here set aside for a small little ordering station. Put in some glass either at the top or in the bottom, so we can just give our piglins some gold and then we'll get back everything that we want. I have to put in some sort of storage down here, so probably over here. Probably make it all auto-sorted now that we actually have access to quartz, which would be very nice. Brought a few things of oak here to go and get some chests set up and just basically get some storage in here. Should be able to put probably actually 2 layers in here maybe. But as you can see again, I haven't really done a whole lot of decorating down here. Pretty much all we did was we went and got the nether portal in place, and yeah. Next thing we have down here is to go ahead and decorate. So I'm definitely thinking a lot more nether materials in here. So that's why we've got the blackstone, we've got the crimson planks and wood here. I want to kind of do a little bit of our warp logs in the front here maybe, just so we can better see this area. And it'll be a nice little way of telling where our little section here is. We're going to keep the outside area as our netherrack. Again, there's no reason for us to actually just keep all netherrack inside here. So figure something out. This little weird area here is because this is all kind of indented on the outside. So you can see that this kind of has a little cave. We could kind of put in a strider pen here. Go ahead and just bring that down, that there. What I'm thinking is if we just kind of dig this out a little bit here, we go and fill this with lava, put a fence around it, and keep some striders in here for exploration purposes. So just something like that, maybe. And again, just put a fence or wall around there, put a gate in there, fill this up with lava. Instant strider pen. And we're not that far away from the lava lake, so we'll be able to go and explore on that. But I kind of like how this is turning out. Again, we've got a nice big area here. Thinking maybe we can put our second layer off of this here. Not sure what all we're going to put in here again, but we'll see. But I think that with that is probably going to be it for today. I still have to figure out what our design is going to be in here and figure out what we're putting in here. But I would like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more what is going on our islands and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.